You know, when people think of haunted cities, New Orleans is the one that comes to mind first. Some of these even freak me out during the research. So join me today as we jump into the scary dark side of haunted New Orleans in today's 5 Weird Things. Welcome to the channel, where I look into the weirdest facts I can find out about any subject I can think of. Now before we get started, please like and subscribe to be notified when new videos drop. All right. Let's get into it. First, the stuff we all know. New Orleans is a Louisiana city on the Mississippi River near the Gulf of Mexico. Nicknamed the Big Easy, it's known for its round-the-clock nightlife, vibrant live music scene, and spicy singular cuisine reflecting its history as a melting pot of French, African, and American cultures. Embodying its festive spirit is Mardi Gras, the late winter carnival famed for its ruckus costumed parties and parades and street parties that just get out of control. And with a population of under 400,000, you would need to multiply that by 4 to make it a big city. However, New Orleans has a unique history, and the fact that it is a powerhouse among vacation cities makes it a recognized name all over the world. Now let's ruin all that feel-good promo with a look at the scary parts. Weird thing number 5. The St. Louis Cemetery number 1. Due to the high water table in New Orleans, all cemeteries are above ground. Due to that constant visual reminder of being surrounded by the dead, more so than below ground cemeteries, there is a constant feeling of unease in the boneyard. One of the most famous legends of the cemetery is the tomb of Marie Laveau, the Voodoo Queen. She was such a revered voodoo practitioner that a mystique surrounds her name to this day. There are many claimed sightings of her ghost in the cemetery at night, but honestly, if you're in a cemetery at night, you're not going home without a story. There is also the Wishing Tomb. The legend has it that if you write an X on the tomb and you make a wish, if it comes true, you have to return with an offering. Weird thing number 4. La Laurie Mansion. The La Laurie Mansion, located in the French Quarter of New Orleans, has a dark and infamous history associated with Madame Delphine La Laurie, a prominent socialite with a very sinister side. The legend holds that La Laurie's cruelty and outright torture of her slaves was discovered during a fire at the mansion in 1834. When rescuers entered the building, they reportedly found slaves in deplorable conditions and even reported finding severed body parts scattered about, leading to Madame La Laurie's social downfall. Weird thing number 3. The legendary Axeman of New Orleans. The legend of the Axeman of New Orleans refers to a series of brutal attacks that occurred in the city in the early 20th century, primarily from 1918 to 1919. The Axeman was a mysterious and elusive serial killer who targeted people in their homes using an axe or other sharp instruments and leaving cryptic messages for the police. One of the most intriguing aspects of the legend is a series of letters supposedly written by the Axeman. In a letter published in local newspapers, the Axeman claimed to be a supernatural being and threatened to spare those who played jazz in their homes. This led to a temporary surge in the popularity of jazz music and all-night jazz parties. Weird thing number 2. Pirates Alley is a narrow and atmospheric alley in the French Quarter with a history of very dark dealings. It has a mysterious ambiance that some find unsettling, especially after dark. Pirates Alley is often associated with numerous well-known duels and vile clandestine activities involving pirates during the 18th and 19th centuries. The pirate Jean Lafitte has many connections to the alley, from his blacksmith shop, which was a well-known front for many of his unsavory activities, to the legends of the pirate hiding a portion of his claimed treasure somewhere in the alley. To this day, treasure hunters regularly scour the alley for clues or hiding spots for the treasure. There are numerous sightings of ghosts regularly reported in the alley. From the infamous Phantom Dancer, to numerous shadowy specters, to the ghost of celebrated author William Faulkner, Pirates Alley remains a major tourist stop in New Orleans. Now, before we move on to number 1, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, ring that bell to be notified whenever new videos drop. Now that that's out of the way, weird thing number 1, voodoo. Voodoo is a religion that is a mix of Catholic, African, and indigenous beliefs that has deep roots in New Orleans. As it is not a mainstream religion, outsiders know very little about voodoo, which only leads to the fear and sensationalism you see in movies. 2 of the scarier rituals are graveyard rituals. Some practitioners conduct rituals in graveyards seeking guidance or assistance from ancestral spirits, and then hoodoo practices, also known as root work, working the roots or root doctoring, which shows the importance of magically and spiritually significant plants to the root workers. It's a system of folk magic often integrated into Louisiana voodoo. Rituals may include spellcasting, use of charms, and divination. The Voodoo Museum in the French Quarter can provide a lot of insight into cultures and practices, some of which are pretty unsettling. Voodoo also sometimes involves, although rarely, animal sacrifice. These are fairly rare rituals that are conducted to establish communion with the spirits, seek their guidance, or fulfill a vow. Chicken, goats, or other livestock are often used. Thanks for listening. Now, if I missed anything or you have a suggestion for another video, make sure to comment below. Again, like and subscribe. Take care and have a great night.